Hey everyone, welcome back. So today in my video, I am gonna start with the chapter Animal Kingdom. Okay, already in our previous classes, in the previous chapters, we have learned about the four kingdoms, that is Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and we have seen that in R.H. Whitaker's classification, R.H. Whitaker's five kingdom classification, based on the criteria nutrition, thallus, reproduction, phylogenetic, and then cytological observations, cell structure. R.H. Whitaker, a scientist, has classified all the organisms into five kingdoms, that is Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. Okay, in the second chapter, biological classification, we learned about Monera, Protista, and fungi. And then in the plant kingdom chapter, we learned about plants. And now in animal kingdom chapter, we are learning about animals. Okay, the first point that is given in our NCRT in animal kingdom is different animals have different forms. If an organism is there, it's not that all animals are having same form like what humans are having. Each organism will differ in its form and of course in its structure. If it's differing in form, then even it will differ in its structure. Next, classification. What is the need of classification? Already in chapter biological classification, we have seen that organisms are classified for our benefit. We can study them easily. All the prokaryotes are placed in Monera, unicellular organisms are placed in Monera, prokaryotes are placed in Monera, then eukaryotes are then again placed in the rest four kingdoms. What's the use? It is useful as when we study them, we will study them as a whole in one particular kingdom. That's the basic need of classification. Now R.H. Whitaker took these five principles. Now in this particular animal kingdom, to classify the organisms, the animals, these are the criterions that are being used, and we'll be discussing about these. What are they? Level of organization, symmetry, nature of coelom, digestive patterns, circulatory system patterns, etc. So these are the criterions on which we will be classifying animals. Okay, first criteria, that is level of organization. Level of organization, now we have already learned in our previous chapters. Cells, fundamental unit of life is cell. Same cells of similar function form a tissue. Tissues of the same function form an organ. Different organs together perform organ system. Organ system comprises the organism. This is what we have learned in our previous classes. Now the same thing, level of organization, we are having cellular level, tissue level, organ system level. Tissue cellular level, the cells are arranged as loose aggregates. Loose aggregates in the sense it is having, the cells are not specifically into tissues, they are loosely aggregated. Okay, that is what is cellular level of organization. The examples whatever are there, you may know these names or you may not. We will discuss all of these examples one by one. Okay, just because it is given in our textbook, I have written them. Don't worry, again we will discuss about each and every phylum in detail. Okay, just write cellular organization, cells are arranged as loose aggregates. Example is porifera, the first phylum porifera. Next, tissue. As we know already, cells of similar function together form tissue. Suppose if there is a cell, skin cell, suppose so many skin cells together form the tissue, and then the skin is formed. So many cells, skin cells together comprise to form a tissue. So example of tissue level of organization is Coelenterates and Ctenophora. Organ, tissues of same function grouped together. Tissues, many tissues of similar function together, they form the organ system. And organ system of level organization is seen in Platyhelminthes. Next, coming to organ system. Organs, different organs together when they work, they form the organ system. And then this organ system is starting from Aschelminthes to Chordata. The second criteria that is used for classification is symmetry. Okay, symmetry we learned already in mathematics, correct? If I take a circle, the symmetrical lines is infinity. We can divide the circle in any plane into so many parts. Okay, this is what is symmetry means. Already we all know what is symmetry, so I'm not going in detail for the meaning of symmetry. On the basis of symmetry, we are classified into three: asymmetric, radial, and bilateral. Asymmetric is if we cut through any plane, it can't be divided into any halves. Okay, if suppose I am taking this shape, if I cut through any half, it can't be divided into an equal halves. Okay, that's what is asymmetrical. And the examples for asymmetric is sponges. Example of asymmetric is sponges. Next, coming to radial symmetry. Any plane can divide organism into any number. Means suppose if you take a circle, example circle, you can divide it in from any plane, you can divide into n number of halves. That is only the meaning of radial. Example of radial is Ctenophora and adult echinodermata. Don't worry about the examples. We'll discuss about each of them in detail. Okay. Next, bilateral. Any plane into two halves. Now, if you take a square, not square, if you take the symbol H, if you divide it in this way, two halves are there. Correct? If you divide it in this way, again you get two halves. So, from any plane you cut, you will get two halves. That is what is bilateral. Example is platyhelminthes to chordata. Okay, we are having 11 different phylums. Okay, we will be discussing about all of them in detail. Okay, main purpose of my video is to provide all the information present in NCERT, which is present in the form of paragraphs as mind maps. Okay, all the information present in paragraphs is prepared as mind maps, and I will be discussing on the board for you all. Okay, I hope you all understood today's class. Thank you.